Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I did want to post earlier this week, as I usually like to post 2 long form content every single week. But do forgive me, I was in Spain early in the week. So from Monday to Thursday, I was in Spain, eating tapas and just enjoying the holidays. So I didn't actually have the time. But I did want to make sure I got a video out before the week finishes. And I just want to give some property updates and things that have happened this week that you'll definitely want to know about. So let's get into it. So the first is the Renters' Rights Bill is law. So it's come into law officially this week. It went through Royal Assent and now it's law. So the Renters' Rights Bill, we've been discussing a lot of it on this channel about what it entails and what it means. So things like Section 21, which is the no fault eviction, will be scrapped. Also, you can't discriminate against tenants that have pets and also those that are on universal credit or receive some form of benefit as well. In addition to that, things like rent bids and rent wars are also forbidden as well. So you can't just put property up on the market for rent and then if tenants are going against each other actually offering you higher rents, you can't actually allow that. So you have to select a tenant that you're comfortable with based on the rent that you've actually advertised as well. So all those things and much more are going to come into practice. So we'll be hearing much more from the government, no doubt, on when these different elements of the Renters' Rights Bill will actually come into place. The second thing that's happened this week is our Chancellor Rachel Reeves has actually been found to have not had the right licensing in place for her rental property. So this is super interesting and kind of funny when you really think about it, because Rachel Reeves is actually our Chancellor. She's part of the Labour government who actually set the rules and regulations of this country. And they've been setting a lot of rules, as we know the Renters' Rights Bill now is law, that actually us landlords have to abide by. And if we don't abide by some of these laws, then the fines can be pretty hefty. However, Keir Starmer has actually come back and said that there's no further investigation that's going to be needed as of now, based on the apology made by Rachel Reeves. So it is very interesting. You know, this comes a few weeks after Angela Rayner, who was our Deputy Prime Minister, was found to have paid the incorrect amount for stamp duty, far less than she should have paid, and subsequently she ended up resigning. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens with Rachel Reeves. The budget, the autumn budget, is coming in later this month. So it's going to be fascinating to see if she keeps her job, if she does step down, or if anything else comes off the back of it. So if anything does happen, stay tuned in this channel, you know we'll report it. And the other thing that I wanted to mention as well is the fact that there's been major cuts from a lot of lenders this week as well. So this is obviously great news for us as investors that are looking for properties to actually invest in, because it means we're going to be able to get more favorable rates that are lower, and that's going to be able to enable us to actually have higher cash flow as well when we're renting out our properties. So Barclays have actually reduced their rate as well. So their rate is now 3.91%. which when you look at the average is actually 4.75% across all the lenders in the UK. So the fact that Barclays has dropped it to 3.91%, that is great. HSBC have actually come out, they've not actually said what they're going to drop theirs to, but they've said they're going to drop their rates as well, which is also good. So it'll be interesting to see what they actually drop their rates to as well. NatWest have also dropped their rates, so they've dropped their rates to 3.77, which again is really good. So it's looking promising. 3.77% is definitely competitive, it's definitely quite good. And lastly, Santander, another big lender, they're looking to drop their rates by 0.36% as well. So those are some of the updates I just wanted to discuss with you guys, talk through with you guys this week. So just to recap, we've got the Renters' Rights Bill, that's become law this week. We've got Rachel Reeves that's forgotten to have the correct licensing on her rental property. And then also lastly, we've had some major cuts from lenders on their interest rates. And if you do want to reach out to me and work one-to-one, then feel free to click the link in my description, which goes through the property playbook, which is the mentorship program that takes you from where you are right now, which may be confused and overwhelmed, to keys in hand. There's a questionnaire in there as well for you to fill out. Feel free to check it out. And I've also got a bunch of free resources as well. How to buy your first buy-to-let, how to buy your first residential property, and also a free deal analysis sheet as well, where you can plug in your numbers and assess the cash flow and the ROI. So everything is in the description. So if you enjoyed this video, do give it a like, and you found value from this video or any other video on this channel, then do subscribe as well. And until next time, happy investing.